Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and very early impressions, initial impressions for VR Ninja Dojo, a game that was released on the Steam store today, September 6, 2024. It normally retails for $9. It's on a release sale 10% off, and I received a free Steam key to the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. And I'm testing it out on the Meta Quest 3 using link cable. And as you can see, we have, I'm not really good at throwing stuff left-handed. Yeah, as you can see, I'm having trouble getting on target. All right, finally. All right, so you have your katana, and you also have like some superpower. I think you have to build up for it. And let's go ahead and let's just play. Now, I did do the warming up, and I tried to get past the warming up to get into basic training, but I couldn't. It took me forever to get past Shuriken. That was the one that I had trouble with. I had to try that one many times before I finally was able to pass Shuriken. The rest weren't that difficult. Katana, avoidance, and ninpu. Not that difficult, but it's the Shuriken one that took me many tries. And then I did the practice test and I failed. Let's just play, see what happens, and then I can tell you my initial impressions of this game. I will say one thing before I continue is that I did have issues with calibrating height. Now, in-game there's a calibrate height, but it doesn't really work all that well. And I noticed that if I try to reset height manually, I turn to like a very small ninja. So as you can see, I'm slightly off center. But I'll run into stuff if I try to move back into center, so I'm not going to try to do that.
時間内に襲い来る敵をすべて倒すことが求められる。しっかりと集中し、これまでの訓練で学んだ技と知識を駆使して敵を打ち倒せ。
Now, I think the visuals actually look nice, for this budget price. It doesn't look great, but, it looks nice for the budget price. But I really don't know why the developer would start the first real test and make it nighttime. You should save that for later levels. I don't like when developers start off with the game in a very... And as you can see, this is part of the problem, is that my room scale just isn't correct. And there's really no way for me to fix it, other than moving to another location. I gotta be careful with that bird. Okay, so now I believe this is the boss. Okay, yeah. This is time limited. This was actually what makes the boss fight a little difficult. And the thing that I had trouble with, it says to avoid the attack, and I just can't see it. And you'll see what I'm talking about right now. Like, I'm gonna... Although last time I did this, And he's gonna change form. He's gonna change form after this, so. I think I lost. I think I ran out of time. Or maybe I did. Nope. Nope. I beat the boss. Okay. Okay, so yeah, last time I fought the boss and I lost, I couldn't see. But I was like a little ninja, and I think that was what was causing the issues. So this time I didn't reset my calibrate height, and I was able to see what the boss was doing and able to duck out of the way. So, yeah, so do not try to manually calibrate recenter your position in this game. Even though it looks odd, because you can see that I'm off position. But, good news, we're out of warming up, we're now into basic training. So the thing to know about the katana is that you have a sharp side and a dull side, and you want to do the sharp side. If you hit with the dull side, you won't do enough damage. Let's do basic training. Oh, this is under construction? Wait, this is all the game right now? Oh. Really? Well, let's do katana. Let's see what it is. This is surprising. I thought the game had more content than that. Now it's only $9, but even then, I think that's a shocking that it has so little content. I thought it had more content than this. Okay, I'm not sure I understand. Now these are better dummies than before. Before it was like little paper cutouts. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna get to our goal. It's going pretty slow. Oh no. I don't know that we're gonna get there. We're gonna have to get a whole lot more enemies. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. Yeah, we failed. Is this game marked early access? Because it really shouldn't say under construction for anything if it's not marked as early access. I didn't see early access, so I don't know if that's a mistake or what's going on. I'm sorry, I just was not expecting to see under construction. Let's do Shuriken. So you're going to see the problem with Shuriken and why I have so much difficulty with it. And again, this is just right at the edge of my play space, so I'm really scared of hitting the wall with my hand. So I'm going to change to right-handed. Oh no. I keep missing. And I think the hit detection is a bit off. I'm seeing some hits where I don't see that it actually hit. which, you know, I'm thankful for, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have that many. Anyways, you see why I have trouble with the Shuriken. Anyways, yeah. You see why Shuriken is so difficult. I was barely halfway through the goal. So what are my thoughts on this game? It didn't take me very long actually to get to past the training area and getting to. So there's an area before the training. Let me show you. So you do all this, and then you're supposed to get the basic test, which is what happened at the earlier level. Let's go back. So let me show you for warming up. So there's warming up, and then there's basic training. So I did the warming up. I did the katana, shuriken, avoidance, ninpu, and then the practice test, right? And the practice test is what I started off with. I thought that was the most exciting and best part of the game. But then you go to basic training, and then it's basically the same thing, except with 3D targets. So with the earlier training, you were doing like paper cutouts that weren't 3D. So like basically 2D paper cutouts, and then it's 3D paper cutouts. But these challenges just were the same, just more difficult to do. As you saw with the katana, I don't know that that's a good difficulty. But again, to give some credit to the game, I'm playing with a limited room scale. So you probably want a bigger room scale where you can like freely swing the sword to your heart's content. I'm honestly very scared of hitting the wall with my hands, because I've done that so many times in the past, and I've learned my lesson the hard way. I definitely don't want to break my touch controller, so I'm very wary of doing that. So if I seem like I don't want to swing very hard, that's because I've got close barriers. So, you know, again, this is initial impressions, not a full review, but the thing that bothers me the most actually is that we've already, after beating the starter level, we've already hit an under construction, and I don't believe this tag as early access. And for $9, this is very limited content. Like you saw the warming up, you basically saw there's 4, and then the practice test. Now the practice test was fun, and I like that, but the rest, you know, they're just training ones. So, and then there's hard training, which, as you see, well, it doesn't even exist because it's under construction. So, and by the way, ninpu is very cool because it's like showing off your magical. You saw some of that in the boss fight. I don't know if you saw what I did, but I created a bunch of ninjas that attacked him. There's another cooler one that I wanted to do, which is the fire one, but I just messed that one up. But yeah, initial impressions, not very good. I can't recommend this game. Is it horrible? No, it's not horrible. You know, this is one of those very close calls. But what bothers me, the reason why I'm giving it a negative is just because of the under construction. I mean, well, I'll put it this way. I'll go back to store page, double check to make sure it's not early access, but I don't believe this is early access. And if so, I mean, even if it was early access, I would say this is very limited content, man. Yeah, you know what? It probably doesn't make a difference, but I'll notate in my review if I was mistaken, and this was early access yeah, I don't think even if it was early access, I don't think I could recommend this. Like I said, they're charging $9, but there's not really $9 worth of content. The only thing I haven't shown you is the avoidance. And you didn't see the earlier warming up. I didn't show you the katana shuriken avoidance and ninpu for the first but I showed it. I showed the katana and the shuriken for this one. So the only thing I didn't show was the avoidance, which that's just what I did with the boss fight. You know, dodge left or right, or hit the projectiles back with the sword. So yeah, I can't recommend this game. You know, if there was more content, I would give it a thumbs up. But with the limited content, I have to give it a thumbs down, just because, you know, it's one of those things where the quality of the content is already kind of mediocre, but then with the very limited content on top of that, it makes me give it a negative review. Even though, like I said, this isn't a bad game, and I can see some people having fun with it and enjoying it more than I did. You know, I've been doing VR since 2017, so with this type of gameplay, I've been there and done that, you know. I've played other ninja games where you're wielding a katana and you're shooting shuriken at the targets and when you're avoiding your different attacks. So there's really nothing new here. I did like the boss fight, and I was hoping this game would lean more into that. But as you saw, we quickly ran into the under construction. So yeah, I can't recommend this. I'll give it, if I have to rate it right now, initial impressions, I give it a 4.5 out of 10. Although you could almost call this a full live review, because you know, the only thing I didn't do is avoidance. I don't know, you know, what can I do? I basically done all the content already. And that's just wasn't, for me, that wasn't $9 worth of content, even if it was labeled early access. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This is my Let's Play initial early impressions, full live review. We'll call it early impressions. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.